What is happening, guys? We are back with another video. Got a cool little Sunday meet. Just left hello. Just left Best Buy. I had to get a new SD card because I lost my other one. But yeah, hopping back into a new video. We do have a Sunday meet going on today, so I just gotta stop to get this thing a little quick wash, and we're gonna get some gas and we're gonna head out to the meet. And then finally we're gonna dive into what the build plans are for this car, because I've been kind of teasing a little bit but never really gave anybody like a definitive answer of what I'm doing. So I got a whole list sitting in the glove box right over there with everything that I'm gonna do to this car, at least 95% of it. So yeah, as soon as we finish up at the meet, we'll tap in later and get that all sorted out. So all right, y'all, we finally made it. Parked next to the other Supras, because why not? I fit right in. Domino's Pizza. T-boys. .340s on M3 wheels. That is such a good looking combo. Pro Charge boys. I like that color. And you're on the radio.
Start pushing some
R32.
I already pushed that shit. I've got it to 130. Okay, that's pretty good.
Somebody explain to me why the intakes on these Audis are like fucking enormous. They're fast though. I know they're fast, especially with, he's got the billet manifold. But those intakes are enormous, even on like stock turbo setups. Type R on the chrome TEs. Sick, sick, sick. I like this color. Yeah, that's clean. I know you got a swap in there though. I know you ain't no SR. Sheesh. Nah, that's sick. Two J boys. That's sick. So the interior on this is full race car too. That center console setup is nasty. I really like that. It's giving full Fast and Furious vibes. Just talked to the owner. He said he's gonna build it up to like 700 something. Right now it's making like 550. I know this thing's still a ton of fun though. I love seeing these big turbo BMWs. Too clean. But this is why I want to keep my car to like 700 something, maybe low 8s on the street, because I don't, everybody runs like the weld setup, but I like the street tire setup. I feel like that looks way better. It gives me the vibe that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna keep mine around the 700, 800 mark, just so I can stay on some street tires, because the welds, everybody runs them, and I'm not trying to be attracting unnecessary attention. Sheesh. Sick S2000 setup. That's sick. The Nardo, I think that's Nardo gray. That's too clean. I'm sneak peek, I am putting these type of gauge pods in my car. If you don't like it, I don't care, I love it. Whoa, that's crazy. Full race truck. Yeah, let them know, shouty. Back to this full race truck setup, single turbo, carbon mirrors. You know that's like 20 horsepower. Yeah, he's got the whole setup going. With the whoa. Yeah, I don't want to mess around with this guy. Oh shit, these Daza boys ain't playing around. He got the massive intake, but his titanium, okay. Nah, that's tough. That's sick. I'll give you that. I like those way better than welds. Another giant intake. Carbon buckets. That is sick. I see the Z all the time. I think it's supercharged. Still on supercharged. I miss mine. I used to have an old, those who know, used to have an old white 370Z Nismo. I will get another one in the future to basically do the build that I never got a chance to do, but I love these. We got the 45th anniversary edition right here. I need to get a wing, but I'm getting the Adro wing. We'll talk about that later, but I do like the body styling of the 45th anniversary. Oh, I almost fell. Clean S15, spec R too, and the toe mag. M6. Brian, is that you? Yeah, man. I don't want to say too much because we're going to go over it in the video, but keep an eye on that single. Got the whole M lineup going.
You get any exhaust or no?
Hey, I know this guy. 6-speed, my boy. I need an exhaust. Upgrade's coming. Bro, I've developed such like a love for Aston Martins. These things are just nasty. That would make the ultimate like date night car. I need one of those. Hello. All motor gang. It's that loud Corvette we saw earlier. Sheesh. That's tough.
One of the big trees like yeah, you're like
Nah, that's a clean ass Lexus. Track boys. And my baby. Goals, man. This is the one. He's got a sequential transmission in that thing. Full race shit. Twin turbo boys. The H2. Still spinning. STO. STO is the best body style that I've seen come out for Huracans.
You know, he coming back and be like, we need a fight. And I'm like, bro, I'll just make money more.
Oh, yup.
Come on over, y'all. We got keychains land here.
Best body style for Lambos.
Water. We take our part of the payment, cash out, credit cards, PayPal, Venmo,
This is like the don't fuck around crew right here. Nah, that is fire. I would definitely do something like that. 100%. That's actually the coolest shit I've ever seen somebody do to a manifold. That's sick. I will definitely do something like that. That actually just gave me a little inspiration. We'll see what happens. Super clean interior. The Louis Vuitton carbon backs. I don't know if you can see that. Louis Vuitton stickers on the window. Nah, that is too crazy. I'm about to fund the Supra build. I don't care. This is one of the cleanest builds here. You can have all the Supras, all the exotics, whatever. It will never come close to one of these things. Old school muscle. We're talking about rolling in style. Hell yeah. Barracuda, man. You can always appreciate a good Subi build. I know how much money you have to dump into these things to kind of like make it a reliable build. So I always appreciate seeing like a clean one. What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
I see the triple of that thing.
Is this even street legal? He drove this here? What the fuck? Bruh.
It's high.
People worry about rock chips to their windshield. I'm worried about this dude's eyes. Getting hit with all the bugs. That's insane. This is that spec R we saw earlier.
I like your Supra color.
Clean Nismo wheels. I don't know if you can see that. It's got the Nismo cluster. Super clean interior. It's a shame when you have it built and you don't pop your hood, sir. We need to do some examination. Nah, this ZX-10 is sick. Love that color. Got the Ford's Carbon R1. Another R1 with the SC Project exhaust. And then the bike that I want, ZX6. We made it back home. That meet was dope. Got some cool footage of some cool cars, but now it's time to get into the juicy stuff. So pretty much I've been keeping I've said a little bit here and there, but more to sum it up, I pretty much bought this car as a childhood dream car because my dream car has always been the Mark IV Supra, but obviously with those being ridiculously priced out for a clean one, and these being more readily available and now are out with the manual transmission, I figured why not go for the next best step, which is this, because the B58, as we know, is the modern day 2JZ outside of like the S58. But being that this was always stemmed from like a Fast and Furious type dream, I figured I'd pretty much build a car that paid homage to that specific dream. So anything that I do to the car is 100% something that I wanted to do, has nothing to do with anybody else. I don't care if anybody likes it, doesn't like it, doesn't matter. If you don't want to follow along with the build after something I do to the car, that's completely on you. I don't care. This is for me and me alone. So that being said, we're going to jump right into this, because all in all, I'd say when this car is all done with parts and labor and all that stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if I spent 150K into this build, and it won't even be wide body. So that's insane. But let's dive into it. So we'll start off with the big thing. Yes, down the line, this car's engine will be built, and I'm going with the Visconti Stage 1 Plus 3.0 long block. So it'll be fully built heads, fully built bottom end. It's not going to be a stroker, not going to be a billet block or anything like that, but it will be the max effort 3.0. So I'm going to build it up to handle probably like 1,300 horsepower. I think that's the max you can get on the 3.0 before you got to start doing like a stroker build or something like that. So it'll be upgraded pistons, rods, the heads are going to be done, valve springs, ported, firelock gasket, valve job, everything. So the engine is going to be fully built top to bottom, outside of being a stroker or some like super aggressive cams. I like to overbuild my cars because I beat the hell out of it, so I'd rather overbuild the car and then kind of just keep it at a mild street tune of like 750, 800-ish, because I still want to stay on street tires, like I said, just like an R compound tire. But as much as I beat on the car, if you overbuild it, you'll have less to worry about down the long run. So because I'm not going to be pushing the car to its max all the time, I'd rather increase the ceiling and then stay around the comfortable range that I want, so it stays more reliable for me. So yeah, engine will be fully built, top to bottom, no missing pieces, everything will be touched. Next thing is probably going to be obviously the upgraded turbo. It will be a Extreme Turbo Systems 6870 kit. So the full 6-port kit, 6870 turbo, external wastegates, all the lines, everything like that. So I'm trying to flip through the pages here. 4-inch downpipe. It'll have the heat shields, couplers, clamps, all that jazz. You know what comes with a turbo kit. I don't even really got to dive into that, but yes, it'll be a 6870. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that turbo kit. It will be the ETS kit. I know a lot of people go to the KLM kit, which is the most popular, obviously, but I wanted to do something a little bit different, and they're pretty much the same price. I also looked at the Doc Race kit too. Nothing against that kit, but I feel like it was missing some like parts that you'd have to go back and get later, or have to do some modification to it. I'm not too sure, but I'd rather just do the ETS kit, because I know a lot of people aren't running that kit, but I've had anybody who is running that kit, I've heard nothing but good reviews. So in terms of the cooling, it will have the CSF Race X manifold with port injection, CSF heat exchangers, CSF auxiliary radiators. It's going to look into an oil cooler, so it's going to have all the cooling in the world. The Race X manifold is subject to change to the RK AutoWorks super cool manifold, but there's just not enough information outside of like a couple like tuning posts that I've seen, which they all get good reviews, but I'd rather have something that has like multiple pages of data to support it, which is what the CSF Race X manifold had. Like if you go on the website, it has all the information from multiple different runs, comparison to other manifolds, all the information that I wanted. So I'll probably go with the CSF Race X manifold. In terms of the fuel system, it will be a CSG spec plus Titan Motorsports complete fuel system. So that's the TMS plug and play motor reflex with the main and sub harnesses. It'll be complete flex fuel, ID 1300X fuel injectors, radium surge tank with brushless fuel pump, and then probably a Walboro 525 pump. So it's this fuel system will be able to handle a bunch of power, but am I gonna be using all that? No. It's better to just overbuild it, like I said. All right, figured I'd move to a different spot just so I have a little bit more privacy, because I don't want people to just keep pulling up on the last spot I was at. So yeah, I think the last place I left off was the fuel system. So yeah, it's gonna be like a fuel, pure flex fuel. Got the motor reflex, 1300X ID injectors. It's gonna have a radium surge tank with a brushless fuel pump. and then another AEM 525 in-tank pump. So it's going to be some cracked out fuel system, but it'll have all the fuel I need. It'll probably be able to support like, I don't know, 1600 horsepower, honestly. But like I said, overkill, but that's exactly how I want it. For the clutch, as you know, this is a 6MT, so we'll be running the PCB twin disc clutch with the dual mass billet, dual mass flywheel. It will have the Vargas Turbo carbon fiber drive shaft and Titan Motorsports axles. So drivetrain is going to be beefed up, and like I said, everything on my car is going to get touched. That being said, I'm doing the complete SPL package. That's well, in terms of coilovers, I'm going with the MCS 3-way remote / track street coilovers. So it's a pretty crazy coilover setup. But in terms of like all the traction arms and stuff like that, it'll be a full SPL package from the control arms, upper arms, links, toe links. It'll have all the eccentric lockout kit, bump steer, adjustable tie rod ends, sway bars, monoball bushings, diff brace. It'll have everything. Everything that SPL offers for this car will be on this car. So the suspension will also be able to handle whatever I throw at it, especially with those coilovers, because those coilovers are like 10K. In terms of the interior, it will have the Sparco L360 steering wheel with the Zestec mount and hub. So it's like, it looks like the Formula One steering wheel. Not as intricate and technologically advanced as that, but it'll be dope. If you know what the Zestec steering wheel hub looks like with the custom lights and everything like that, you'll know exactly what steering wheel I'm talking about. So it will have the electric Recaro sport seats. So if you see those seats, they're like white and black. It's like, they're like 18-way adjustable electronic seats with heated seats, and they're sport buckets. So those seats are a pretty penny, but that's the seats that's going to be going onto the car. They're white and black, so they'll match the aesthetic of the car. And then obviously I'll throw some Sparco harnesses in there to complement the steering wheel. In terms of the exterior, I will have the full Adro kit, V2 kit, not the V3 with the full wide body, not the V1 with just the new lip and side skirts and diffuser. No, it will be the complete V2 kit. So it's going to have the carbon hood, the front bumper, the lip, the side skirts, the carbon door garnish. It's going to have the carbon diffuser, and it'll have the carbon swan neck wing. I will have the stands to adjust it from high stand to low stand. Just in case I get tired of looking at a high wing, I can switch it down to the low wing without having to remove like the mounting points in the hatch. But it will be a full Adro kit. In terms of the rear bumper, I'm thinking about doing the Ingus rear bumper. I think that's how you say it. But I don't know if it'll match up with the Adro diffuser. So if it does match up, I probably will go with that rear bumper. But if not, obviously the stock one looks still good. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the exterior. It will also have, next mod on the car is probably going to be exhaust and taillights. I am going to get the Morimoto style Mark IV taillights, and for exhaust I will have the new RK titanium super single 4-inch exhaust. I like the way that one sounds. It's similar to SPR, but it sounds a little bit different. It gives it a more of a Fast and Furious sound in my eyes. So I will be going with that exhaust, and I will be also doing the CSL style headlights as well, the RGBs, so I can change color whenever I want. The brakes are going to get switched out as well. The stock ones are obviously good, but they are, like I said, everything on this car is going to get touched. So these front brakes and rear brakes are going to be swapped over to the Signature Works ZL1 Brembo big brake kit. So it's going to be 6-piston in the front instead of the 4-piston stock, and 4-piston in the rear instead of the regular style caliper in the back. And the good thing about that kit is that it still works with a factory e-brake. So I will still have my factory e-brake, just big ass new brakes. So I will be swapping over to those. It's gonna have the stainless steel lines, upgraded fluid, all that. Yeah, went over the exhaust already. And then also for wheels, I will be going with the BC Forged HC SO4 wheels. It's a 3-piece wheel. I like the spokes on it, so you could Google those wheels, the HC SO4. Those are the wheels that I'm going to be going with. I'm going to try to fit as wide of a tire in the back as I can. I've seen some people fit 325, so if I can fit a 325, that's definitely what I'm going to be doing. I want to go as wide as I can in the back, because obviously I'm going to be in a street tire and want to get as much traction as I can. Obviously I will go as wide as I can in the front too, because I like a good meaty setup but fitted. So like I said, when this whole thing is done, it is going to be insane. And parts alone, that's like 106K. But I say 150K because there's going to be other stuff, like I'm going to do the full 5-step paint correction with the PPF. I may wrap the car. I'm still kind of up in the air about that, but I'm not too sure yet. But something will be done color-wise, whether I stay with the stock color but just PPF it, or I may end up going with a wrap. So I'm still trying to decide that right now. And then I will be doing some more interior stuff. Like I thought about doing like the Starlight headliner. I will be doing interior neon and exterior neon. Like I said, this is going to be like a homage to the Fast and Furious build, but as least rice as possible. And I may install a bottle of nitrous in the hatch as well, just like a 50 shot, something super small. It's more for aesthetics, but I will make it fully functional as well. And then I thought about doing a livery on the car as well, something super simple and clean, but like I said, not too riced out with like a giant anime thing on the side or something like that. But something Fast and Furious paid homage, but it'll still be super clean. So yeah, this car right now is still, it's in its stock form outside of the catalyst downpipe, but trust and believe there's so much coming for this. I didn't even mention the mirror caps. That's something small, but it will have carbon mirror caps. Everything is going to be redone on this car. There's not going to be a single thing on this car that is untouched. All these fake vents are going to be gone. I'm going to get the paint matched. Side markers right here. Everything's going to be touched. So yeah, if you guys want to see this build progress, just drop a like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. The faster this channel grows, the more I'll be able to do to the car. So we're gonna obviously start off with some small stuff aesthetically here and there, and then, you know, the exhaust just to get more sound with the car. But then yeah, we will be racking up and saving up for the big turbo coming. So drop a like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, because we're about to go crazy on this. So stay tuned, and for now, I'm out.